All right, I'm Colin Sharp. You don't know me. I'm a grad student, obviously. I would like you all to turn to page 14. That's where I'd like to start. And find the third measure. Now, all I want to do right now, I just want to make sure the altos have the correct pitch here at the beginning. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do we sing. That's just for the altos. We're just going to hold the word sing. And we're going to check to make sure you have the right pitch. So we're going to start right at the beginning of the third measure. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. And we can go on. Go on with it and give us all pitches forever. Cool. From the same spot, the third measure. Mix of the whole group, but we are at piano this entire time. So let's try to take it down a notch, especially because we start this entire piece, most of the beginning of this piece is forte, right? It's very energetic, high energy. When we get here, this is our kind of change of pace in the song, but it doesn't mean I want you to lose the energy or your focus on when you enter the notes. I don't want you to get lazy with it, but I still want the energy, but I want it to come down with this. Let's try it one more time from that third measure. Oh, and the first measure of the bottom system, where we have joys. Some of us are doing it. I just want to make sure everybody is holding joys. There's no breath there. There's no comma in the sentence, right? You wouldn't breathe in the middle of the sentence. So make sure you carry that into joys of lofty ideas. Cool. Let's take it from the same spot. What I want to do is put it to the test. I'd like to do staccato deuce in this whole section and really, really check our rhythmic accuracy here. And see how focused we are and how clean it's going to be together. I'm willing to bet the triplets are going to be interesting. Let's give it a go. Same spot again. Beginning of the third measure. Staccato deuce. Make sure at the second measure of the second system, the 3/4 bar, those quarter notes. Make sure they're quarter notes. They're not eighth notes, right? Don't be afraid of the space that is created when we do the staccato piece. Let's see what we got. When we sing this, it's really important, especially like I was saying, the beginning of this is really rhythmically intense and really articulate. I don't want to lose that intensity in this section, even though we're quiet, even though the eighth note is a quarter note. I mean, our tempo is technically quarter note at 54 here. It's pretty slow, so I don't want to lose that intensity. All right, let's take it from the hums at the bottom of page 15, right at the beginning of the second system. Oh, do we have a soloist? Okay, perfect.
Yes. On page 15, when we're going from the top system to the bottom system, do you want us to continue from men into the hum without breathing, or is it okay if we take a breath there?
I'm going to say you can take a breath there.
All right.
Or no. Did Jeff say differently earlier?
Yes.
He did.
Well, then please take a breath there.
Don't take
Oh, we
it.
did. Then don't take the breath there. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's take it from the beginning of the second system. Can I just hear sopranos and tenors together on this? Just sopranos and tenors, same spot. Remember, this is pianissimo. Remember, you do have a solo vocalist on top of this too. And what is this, 100-some compared to 1? So even if it's pianissimo, we've got to make it like triple P to make that work. All right. On the next page, you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if everyone's singing that.
Okay, well, let's try that.
I think some people are singing at
Just sopranos, last measure of the second system. Okay, stop. One more time. It didn't seem totally confident. One more time. sure you're not too flat on that F sharp. All right, now can I have the altos and basses? Beginning of the second system on page 15, please. Keep in mind, when you're not singing, I don't know if you ever talked about this with Jeff at all, but I don't know if you realize this, everybody in this room has a copy of the score to this song. Like, that's an amazing opportunity. We all have, I mean, mine's marked up a lot. We all have the exact same thing. And for me, I know when I was in chorus, I loved that. You can see exactly what Pat's playing, you can see what Jeff is reading, and you all have each other's parts. That's a really cool thing. Especially for me as an instrumentalist, I don't get that ever. So really take advantage of that opportunity. So when you're not singing, really look ahead and check out what's going on harmonically. There's some really cool stuff. I don't know if you talked about it, but this section, this hum section, you're all stacked fourths. I don't know if you know that, but you are. And that's something you might realize if you check out the score while you're doing it. It's really cool that you have the entire score. I just want to say that. Okay, pitches one more time for altos and basses. Just hear basses there. Starting on the third measure, that second system, on page 15. The third measure, just the basses. All right, moving on. I want to, how about we all start at that same spot, the second system on page 15, going on this time. Let's start that again. You'll notice at the top of 17, we have to get to literally twice the speed that we were at, first of all. And what dynamic do we come in on at the bottom of page 16? Yeah, forte. We're getting bigger because we got to lead into the piece, really. Coming out of this is all coming out of this quiet section. Let's take it from second measure at the bottom of page 16 in the second system, the 4/4. Yeah, I want to keep going. Okay, one more time, and we're going to keep going. Same spot.